What's it like staying at MGM Grand? Let's go find out. Checking in to MGM Grand, it wasn't bad at all. We only had to wait in line about 10 minutes, and that was the normal standard line. We have no status whatsoever, and we were fortunate to be given a really nice room, a very large, spacious room on the 26th floor with an incredible strip view, which I am looking out upon now. I'll give you a room tour momentarily, but we arrived kind of late. We're really hungry, so we decided to soon go back down for dinner at Nellie's, where we had reservations. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of Nellie's. I love how it's really large, spacious, modern, feels very new, renovated. It's the restaurant with the theme, a Southern theme. I believe that the Jonas Brothers founded or co-owned the restaurant. Has a lot of dishes inspired by the family, the grandmother. And so we love this restaurant, and we requested a high top in the reservation. That's what we were given. Love this high top. It's very comfortable. There's a lot of space. And initially, we were actually going to order the same thing we ordered last time, which was the Cobb salad to begin, the meatloaf, and the Cajun chicken bowl. And the server, which he was great, by the way, really excellent service, but he was like, wow, that's a lot of food. You guys sure you want all three of those items? And that kind of, for whatever reason, made us second guess ourselves. We're like, yeah, maybe the meatloaf is too much. So we decided to get a burger instead, the pimento cheese and bacon burger, which was incredible. I love that. In retrospect, probably should have just got the meatloaf. It wouldn't have been too much. We were pretty hungry, but totally fine. That was still good. Loved all three dishes. And then we were still a bit hungry, so we ordered dessert, the cookie skillet, which he recommended. That was also fantastic. Are you excited about this skillet?
I am. I can't wait to dig in.
This is our second day. Was a little bit exhausted last night after flying in pretty late, but so far having a good stay given the circumstances. We have a really nice room on the 26th floor. This property has 28 floors, so pretty grateful for that. Last time, if you saw that video, we stayed closer to the strip. I believe it's called the North Tower, or is it the West Wing? And actually surprisingly liked our room. It was a renovated room. The only issue with that room is the fact that it's on the smaller side. So we were kind of debating if we should ask for that again, because we just love the fact that it's new, renovated, kind of can't beat that, and really like the theme, the mid-century Palm Springs theme. But we decided to just go with what they gave us. The advantage of this room is it's obviously a lot bigger, a lot more spacious. The bathroom has a real door. The room has a couch. So all of this room isn't quite as polished, quite as new. Definitely doesn't probably come off on video as nice. It's functionally a lot better, has a much bigger window. We lucked out with a really nice view, as you can see, of the south end of the strip, all the way down to Mandalay Bay. Luxor, Excalibur, New York, right in front of us. You can also see where the Tropicana was, which is kind of cool, and where the new Las Vegas A's stadium will be. So really like that. Unfortunately, there's kind of like this mesh on the outside of the windows. So again, I don't think it's gonna video that well, but really enjoying that view. Today went down to the gym. The gym's really nice, has a great view of the pool, has everything that you need, plenty of cardio equipment, free weights. There's actually a basketball tournament going on right now, so saw the whole Oregon basketball team in there, so that was kind of cool, chatting with some of them. And just excited for our stay. We're here for a total of 4 nights, and excited to show you everything this property has to offer.
After the gym on our first full day, we were pretty hungry, so we decided to stop for a bite to eat on the walk back. This was the first place that we saw, Blitz Smoothies, or whatever the name was. It's eluding me. You can see it in the video. As you know, everything's expensive in Vegas, but this really redefined the overpriced standards. This place would definitely not recommend it. Frankly, I mean, it wasn't that bad. We had a eggs Benedict crepe and a smoothie. It was just insanely overpriced, though. Even by Vegas standards, I think the crepe was $17, $16.95, and wasn't even that big. And then the smoothie was like $15, and it was not even that good or that big. So just insanely overpriced. I mean, do not go to this place. That would be a mistake. The next day, we went over to New York. So what's kind of cool is this is it's not central, but it's relatively close to a lot of places. Right across is New York. You have that like little village area with so many great options. We went to Greenberg's Deli. First time I've ever been to Greenberg's. This place is a gem. We ordered the triple-decker turkey classic club with turkey, bacon, on marbled rye, Thousand Island dressing. This sandwich was amazing. I mean, you have to go to this place. It's so good. If you're staying here, I think it's worth the walk over there. We actually went there 2 days in a row. It was so good. So I think that's a great option for a lunch, even though there are definitely a lot of great dining options here at MGM Grand, especially for dinner.
Kind of decided to do our own tasting menu, initially with the bread basket, which was just incredible. The French baguette that they give you, the Parmesan crisp type bread, then the little mini croissants with that butter, which is just incredible. So rich, great butter. Sounds silly, but really incredible butter. And then that little amuse-bouche, compliments of the chef. And frankly, I'm not even sure what that was exactly. It was some sort of mousse with potatoes within it and a caviar on top. Beyond that, I'm not quite sure. Do you know what was?
No, I don't know. All I know is it was just, again, delicious.
Yeah, it didn't taste fishy or heavy of seafood at all. But I think there might have been some seafood in there, and just a great way to start the meal to cleanse the palate. And then we decided to each get the onion tart, which you could probably see, just really small. But again, you're not here to fill yourself or eat as much as you can. It's really about the dining experience, all the different flavors, the way that they meld, and it's just a great appetizer, that onion tart. So many different flavors within the Parmesan, which is a special Parmesan, I think was imported from Italy. The bacon, a very high quality egg. So that was really just an awesome appetizer. I know that you really like that as well, right?
I did.
Yeah, and then for the entree, we decided to do we each ordered the Wagyu sliders, and they also have foie gras on them. So just exceptional flavor. Really, I think it's hard to encapsulate in words just how exquisite the flavors are. The fries, incredible. And the ketchup, really kind of an acidic, bitter taste, but in the best way possible. Really enjoyed that ketchup. And then to end the meal, we ordered a dessert. Le Chocolat, I believe it was called. And just... what did you think of that dessert?
The dessert, of course, there's chocolate, but then it has a little bit of Oreo with the ice cream and, was it mousse? Would you say that was?
Yeah, I think like kind of a white foam mousse.
So great. And then a piece of, chocolate on the top. But yes, again, just every bite has so much flavor. And it's, again, just every detail that they look into when they're putting the meal together.
Yeah, so much attention to detail with that dessert, with really every dish. And that dessert, you can probably see, is kind of on the small side. But surprisingly enough, it was frankly, based on everything we had, a little bit bigger than I expected. So that was a pleasant surprise. Great way to end the meal. Lots of rich chocolate flavors within there. And then a nice little touch, that raspberry macaroon to end for each of us. Such great flavors, such vibrant raspberry flavors within that macaroon. I know that you enjoyed that little cookie as well, right?
I did, and it was a nice little surprise because we had ordered dessert, but they still gave that at the end. So really just overall a great experience where you're sitting at essentially the bar and you get to look into the kitchen and see every detail that they're doing, and it's great teamwork together in the kitchen and a great experience overall.
This property in the very near future is actually undergoing a full renovation to all the rooms. So I think after that happens, this is going to be a pretty cool property. I think it's going to bring it back to its initial glory. You also have right across the street coming the Oakland A's in a few years. So I think this property is far from dead. It's definitely a property that's going to be worth considering now and into the future. And for our fourth and final dinner, we are headed to Hakkasan. So our main entrees have arrived, and here we have the General Tao's chicken, and then we have the sweet and sour pork, and then finally our last entree, we have the crispy walnut chicken, and we also both ordered a side of jasmine rice. Looks good. Excited to dig in. So we just finished all three of those dishes and everything was exceptional. I think my favorite was the General Tao's chicken, but I liked all of them. If there's one negative to critique here, and it's really not a big deal, one that I already knew, is the portion sizes aren't the biggest. But I think given the ambiance, given the fact that you're in Las Vegas, it's a nice venue, it's sleek, it has kind of a club atmosphere, a sultry atmosphere, nice place to go out, get dressed up. I think the value's there. I think it's more than worth it. I would definitely recommend this place. I did a video on the best value restaurants, my favorites. I don't think I put this there, but I easily could have. I think it certainly could belong there. I think it's one of the best restaurants MGM Grand has, certainly from a value perspective. Definitely satisfied. Great dinner. Would definitely recommend it.
So is MGM Grand worth it? Well, the answer depends. This room was actually comped, and all things considered, we truly had a fantastic experience. Although I wouldn't say it's my favorite property, it's definitely iconic and buzzing with activity. But frankly, I think there are better options. Unless you're getting a comp or an amazing deal, I would gravitate more towards properties that had been recently renovated. And the casino here, although really big, is actually extremely smoky. Personally, I think you'll be better off waiting until it's fully renovated, which may not be that far off into the future. So for now, I'm gonna stick with how I rated this property on my last visit, which is 6.4 out of 10. If you wanna see what my experience was like during that stay, including what the newly renovated West Wing rooms are like, then go ahead and click the thumbnail appearing on your screen, and I will meet you there momentarily. Thank you for watching.